Boom! Hey yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward and I've been trading and investing for over 15 years. Began my career working at a hedge fund in New York City, my very first job out of college. Then 2008 happened and that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. 15 years later, I'm now co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational stock market platform available today. And since 2016, my team of 8 other professional trading mods and myself have helped thousands of people from all walks of life, from all over the world, achieve their financial goals. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to not just the right place, you've come to the place. Take a moment to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this stream on your own social media. Guys, tonight's live stream is going to be all about the Q&A. All about Q&As here tonight. We're going to start things off with that Q&A session. My business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group, Adam, aka SUGE, is going to come on. He's going to help me with our Q&A. I love doing these Q&As when Adam comes on. I know you guys love doing these Q&As because the thing about Adam and I, our partnership in True Trading Group, I'm the trader. I'm the stock side of this. Adam runs the business side of everything. So Adam actually is really great when he comes on and asks these questions for me because he ends up having a lot of the same questions that a lot of you have because he's not necessarily an experienced trader and someone that's kind of learning as he goes as well. So when he comes on and does these Q&A sessions, it's really great because, you know, he asks a lot of the tough questions, but a lot of the same questions that a lot of you that are watching these live streams, they're trying to educate it, a lot of the same questions that you guys may have. All right. So it's always a lot of fun. So without any further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and we are going to start that Q&A. Okay, we are going to start that Q&A. There is no such thing as a stupid question. There is no such thing as a silly question. Asking questions is how you learn. Trust me. I asked a million questions when I first got hired at the fund. When I was going through like their 3-month training program, I asked a million questions, and asking questions is how you learn. So begin typing questions in chat right now, and let's go ahead and begin that Q&A.
Good evening, Michael.
Good evening, Adam.
All right, let's get into the first question. I'm going to start off a little light, and then we'll move to some of the harder stuff.
Okay.
All right. First question. I want you to describe your ideal TTG member.
Ooh. Okay, my ideal TTG member is someone that really takes advantage of the platform that they are subscribing to and heeds to all of the advice and guidance that myself and the other mods give. Because when people first join True Trading Group, it's very exciting when people join True Trading Group because you have to realize you're getting access to a professional level of education, which is like what I learned when I worked at the fund, but you're also getting access to tools that successful traders use to make better decisions. It's very, very exciting when you get access to all of these things. You really feel like, okay, now I've got that chance. I've got that fair chance of success. That, you know, the deck's no longer stacked against me, and you're ready to go. So it is very exciting, and I get that. However, a lot of times people try to run before they learn how to walk, and they miss a lot of very key lessons like risk management, patience, discipline, all of the characteristics that regardless of what your trading style or strategy is, you're going to need in order to become consistently profitable. Okay. So my ideal member is someone that is excited, but also still heeds the advice. And if you are not already a consistently profitable trader when you join True Trading Group, I mean, we have a lot. I mean, some people have been trading for 10 years and they join True Trading Group to take their trading to the next level. That's a little bit different. But if you're not yet a profitable trader, or maybe you're even just brand new, you never traded a stock a day in your life, take your time. Learn first, trade second, profit third. Use the simulator that we have on our platform. It's totally free. You can trade stocks and options with fake money. If you're struggling, if you don't understand something, if you're losing money, you're having a hard time, reach out and contact us. Contact Adam, contact myself, contact the moderators. You are not alone when you join the TTG family. All right. So my ideal member is someone that is excited to learn, is willing to put in some time and energy and a little bit of effort in order to actually go through the courses, but also you use the tools and use the platform and use the simulator and the scanner and everything else that comes along with your TGD membership. Don't try to cut corners.
All right, cool. Next question. Recently, why is good news treated badly in the market and bad news treated good in the overall markets? What is going on there?
Yeah.
It feels like, every time something's supposed to move the market down, news-wise, it has the opposite effect. And every time something is supposed to move the market up, it has the opposite effect right now. Why do you think that is?
I just think there's so much indecision right now in the markets. And today's a perfect example of that. Today, we actually had a big gap down on the back of some bad news from Target, and the retail sector really got walloped this morning. And that kind of took markets down as you were looking at like another growth scare type of scenario. But then you had Janet Yellen testifying in front of Congress and in front of the Finance Committee. And she, made a bunch of comments about the economy. She was talking about inflation, and the market was able to shrug off the weakness in retail, and the market was able to shrug off kind of that growth warning and the profit margin. It was a profit margin issue from Target. But I just think there's so much indecision right now because there's so much information that's about to come out, with CPI, PPI data. You got the Fed meeting in June. You got another Fed meeting in July. People are expecting 50 basis points, June, July. But, you also have a GDP number that we get in July as well. So there's a lot of information and data that's about to come out, and the markets are about to have to digest and absorb. And I just think that you just have a lot of positioning right now. You have, a lot of people that believe that the bottom is in and they're buying what's considered a higher low. Then you have a lot of people that believe that inflation is going to be sticky and the Fed's going to have to be more aggressive as we get deeper, and the volatility is going to remain for the rest of the summer. And then maybe we'll recover maybe in like September, August, we start to actually move higher significantly. You got to realize the markets have not really moved significantly higher. We bounced off of a mid-May low, but we haven't had like follow through to that move yet.
You're getting ahead of some of my questions, bud. Just stick to the questions.
All right, that's it.
All right, cool. Thank you. I got some good questions.
All right, that's right. I don't want to poo-poo. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up your questions.
Is the stock market about to crash again? Why or why not? And obviously, this is going to be in your opinion, right? You're not a psychic or anything, but in your opinion, is the stock market about to crash again? Why or why not?
If you get an inflation number on Friday that's worse than what is expected, and the argument of inflation hasn't peaked, if that happens on Friday, the markets will go down significantly, and a lot of people are going to get scared. And you'll probably get another round of a crash, which is going to give you, and when you say crash, it's really about the speed of which the markets do go down, and you probably will get something like that. I don't think you're going to get a worse number than what's expected on Friday. I think you're going to come right in line with expectations on Friday. But I think that the inflation number is going to show that, yes, the rate of increase has peaked, but I believe that you're going to see inflation be sticky. And that's where the markets are going to have to try to digest how sticky that inflation is actually being. So if you get a better than expected CPI number, I think the markets could take you back into the mid-4. The SPY can go back into the mid-420s. The mid-420s is the level that we were talking about like 2 weeks ago, that if we are able to get follow through off of the May low, that it can take you into the mid 420s, and you've got resistance around your 50-day moving average. So you have major resistance at 430. Any type of a bear market rally, if you get the better than expected CPI number, I don't think you go past 430. I think 430 then would be where the markets kind of top themselves out and then reverse and start to pull themselves back lower. So I don't think that, it all depends on the time horizon you're talking about. If you're thinking about, hey, is the market about to crash again like tomorrow? No, I don't believe the market's going to crash again tomorrow. But I do think that you're going to go back beneath 4,000 between June and July. And now, depending on how far below 4,000 you go, is going to be dependent on all the inflation data and GDP data that you're going to get between June and July. So I do believe that you're going to get sub 4,000 S&P again between June and July. And it's just a matter of what that inflation data looks like to determine how far you're going to go. Don't forget, you have quantitative tightening where the Fed is reducing their balance sheet. That really hasn't really rippled through the market yet, and see if there's any liquidity issues. So that's going to be another thing the market's going to have to deal with as you get deeper into the summer.
One second. If you don't know what quantitative tightening is or the significance of CPI data this week, go ahead and type the number 2 in chat. I just want to make sure that we're all talking the same language here. So again, if you don't know what quantitative easing, Mike, is that what it is?
Quantitative tightening.
Quantitative tightening and the relevance of CPI data, type the number 2 in chat if you don't understand it. Did you hear Ari in the back?
I can't hear what he's saying, but I hear his voice.
All right, so there's a handful of people that don't understand it, right? So, which is good. That's why we're here. We're here to learn.
Yeah.
Right? So don't be embarrassed. We're here to learn. So if Mike's talking about this, like you guys all understand it, when a lot of you don't, this is why we're here tonight, right? This is why we're doing this Q&A right this second. So, Mike, explain this. Look how many people don't understand. Explain the significance of what it is that you're talking about.
Okay. And yeah, guys, and to Adam's point, like, don't ever be, if I ever say something on one of these lives, the reason why you're on these live streams, the reason why you become a member to Trading Group is to learn. If you do not understand something, let us know. Okay. Quantitative tightening. Let me start there. What is quantitative tightening? Quantitative tightening is when the Federal Reserve begins reducing the size of their balance sheet. Okay. During COVID, the Federal Reserve went on a buying spree. The Federal Reserve, Mr. Jerome Powell and co., okay, they went and they bought literally trillions of dollars of various assets and securities, mortgage-backed securities, treasury bonds, okay, they even bought corporate bonds, okay?
And
so
why did they do that?
They did that to protect the financial markets and the economy from the COVID crash. Okay,
why would that help? Why would buying all that stuff help?
Because it stabilizes credit markets. What happens when you have a situation, this goes back to 2008, and this is where Ben Bernanke and the Federal Reserve was too slow to act in 2000. 2008 did not have to be as bad as it was. It still would have been shitty. Ooh, sorry, guys. For those that have children around, I try not to curse on here. It still would have been bad, but it didn't have to be as bad. The Federal Reserve acted way too late. Okay, way too late. When what happened during the 08 crisis, when the housing market collapsed and you got the subprime mortgage crisis, that's what broke down the entire financial system and caused the 08 crash. It was subprime mortgages. Now, subprime mortgages are assets and securities that can be leveraged to other assets and securities, and they can be traded in different portfolios. And you can literally say, hey, as a bank or as a fund, you can be like, hey, I've got a portfolio of 1,000 mortgages. You want to buy it? And you can actually trade the portfolios of those mortgages. The problem is once the housing bubble popped, nobody wanted the subprime mortgages anymore because they were worthless. The houses were not worth what the what the mortgage was. Okay, so the whole thing kind of crumbled. When people try to go and sell, when people try to sell the subprime mortgages, if there's not buyers for them, the credit market dries up. Spreads widen in the credit market. When the credit market gets all out of whack, the equity market goes into a complete panic, because credit markets is where people and companies can go to raise debt. They can go and do, but the credit market is really at the core of the financial system. When the credit markets get out of whack, that's when equity markets get out of whack. During the 2020 crisis and COVID, nobody wanted to own bonds or mortgages, because it's like, okay, well, if I own debt, let's say I own debt in this coffee shop, and then all of a sudden the government tells the coffee shop, you're not allowed to be open. You have to close your doors. You're not allowed to make money. Why am I going to want to own that debt? The chances now of the company going out of business and me not getting my money back has greatly increased. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try to sell that bond. But there were no buyers for the bonds. So that creates a credit crisis. The Federal Reserve stepped in March, and this was the bottom of the market in the COVID crash. The Federal Reserve stepped in and said, whoever wants to sell, we will buy all of it. If you want to sell bonds, you want to sell mortgage-backed securities, you want to sell treasuries, whatever you want to sell, we will buy all of it.
So just to be clear, they did it to ease the selling pressure and to help liquidity, correct?
Not to ease the selling pressure, because the selling pressure would still be there, but they absorbed the selling pressure.
Right, which helps, right?
So yes, so they injected liquidity into
so liquidity and selling pressure. So now that they're coming out of it, right? Because they have to unwind that. They can't hold it forever.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
who
now
buys it?
Other institutions, banks, funds.
Do they set those sales up in advance?
No.
I mean, it's a lot of money. That's, a lot of selling from them that's about to come into the markets.
That is correct. To the tune of, eventually it'll be around, 90 billion a month. A month.
Is that the main reason you feel that we haven't bottomed yet?
The reason why I feel that we haven't bottomed yet is because there are just still, it's not one thing, it's all of the things combined. It doesn't look like there's going to be an end to the Russia-Ukraine war anytime soon. That's going to keep inflationary pressures, because oil prices and food prices are going to remain high. Oil and food are huge. Energy is one of the biggest components of inflation. Okay. If you have energy and food prices that stay elevated, even if the other areas of inflation come down, I believe that that's going to keep inflation high. Even when inflation stopped increasing, it's still high. Okay. So you add on top of that, in a growth slowdown with high inflation, and the Fed is trying to get rid of, trillions of dollars worth of different securities over the span of the next year or so. That is still a big headwind that the market is going to have to deal with and is going to have to try to get through.
Okay, so then that would be your reason, is that there's a lot of uphill for the market, that right now you kind of get the feeling, like watching the markets, right? At least from what I can see, you get the feeling from watching the stock market on a daily basis that there's a lot of bulls out there that just refuse to give up, refuse to be wrong.
Yeah.
And, it's very similar, it's just, they just cannot be wrong, despite the fact that there's every reason to let it go the other way.
I mean, listen,
there's a really good, hang on, let me get the name real quick. You're going to like this. Yep. There's a book. That book is called Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. Okay. It's written by Edwin Lefebvre. And I know I'm butchering that name. But I'll put it on the screen so people can see what I'm talking about. I knew this guy, and he told me that every year he reads this book. And this guy's job is to raise money in the public markets, right? So every year he reads this book. He didn't write it or anything, but, he reads it every year. And in that book, it talks about how one of the things that he said to me in that book, and I listened to the audio tape, and it talks about how no matter how much money you have, no matter how big your audience, no matter how much you want the market to go in a certain direction, you will never have more money or more power than the market does ever. And eventually, whatever is supposed to happen within the market will take place regardless of what it is that you are trying to do. And it was an interesting, pretty interesting topic. That's why I thought of it now.
Mm-hmm.
For those that want to know, the book is on the screen. It's called Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. The book is by Edwin Lefebvre. I'm just going to butcher the name. I apologize to all my my people from France. So,
I mean, listen, there's arguments for, listen, there's always going to be arguments for the bullish. I mean, you had, two people came on CNBC today and they were very bullish. You had one person give a $4,800 price target for the end of the year. That is the all-time high, 4,800. So, you do have people that are bullish that they think that the economy is strong enough and inflation is going to come down that they're going to step in and people are buying now.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the economy is strong enough. You see it everywhere. So I do believe that the economy is strong enough. I believe there's a lot of fear going around, and people are more inclined, to act like they're in some sort of a major recession than they are actually in, with a lot of that fear going around. But I mean, look, I think it's safe to say that you do believe the market will close higher at the end of the year, but you still think there's another dip down before then.
Yes, correct. And I've been very, that stance has not changed. I've been very, very vocal with my belief of how I thought 2020 was going to go. And so far we've been spot on with the, hey guys, we're going to get a major sell-off in 2022, which was what we said in the end of 2021, which is why we very publicly took profit in our long-term portfolios at the end of last year, because we expected this year. And a lot of people that were long really got caught with their pants down buying the first and the second dip of the year, and they got their heads cut off. A lot of people literally bought that, they got their heads cut off. They bought this, they felt like, oh, we missed it. We missed the market bottom. They got their heads cut off. I think that you're still going, I don't think the volatility of the markets up and down and having big days to big down days and big up days, I don't believe that we are finished with that yet. Can this bear market rally take us a little bit higher? Sure it can. And if we break out of this channel, I will be getting calls because I think you have a runway that can take you into the 420s, right? So if we break out of that channel, I think that there is upside, and I'm gonna trade that upside. But I'm also not, it's funny because I sit here and I say, yeah, I think the markets are going to drop back below 4,000 again on the S&P, below 400 on the SPY. But at the same time, I already started adding in my long-term portfolio, right? May 10th, and I'll circle the day for you guys. It was right here. Okay, we started adding in our long-term portfolio right here. All right, so that's the day that I actually started adding to some stuff in the long term, but I still do think that I'm going to get another shot at the SPY back below 400. That doesn't mean we can't go to 425 first. We can go to 425, 426 between now and next week. And then the first week of July, we could be back underneath 400. I think that the markets do rally into the end of the year. I think like October, November, December can be a monster Santa Claus rally, like going into the end of the year. Because at that point, I think inflation will start coming down.
And I think a really good comment, I just saw it on the screen. Doc just said it as well. Gas prices are high, but no one is not driving. We're in a unique period where the market is correcting, inflation is rising, or could be peaking. We'll find out Friday. But paychecks aren't suffering, and that's true.
Yeah. I mean, paychecks are not keeping up anywhere near as they're not keeping up with inflation anywhere near inflation. You're actually getting net negative wage increases because, wages, wages could move up by, 4% or 5% and inflation's up by 6, 7, 8. So, I just think that I think that the end of the year, the markets are higher than where they are today. I've been very vocal about that. We were spot on with the pullback in the markets this year. And I don't believe that this market's going to run away from you. A lot of people thought the market was going to run away from them in March. Look at this. You want to talk about a bear market rally? Look at that. That's a huge move. That's a hell of a lot bigger than this. That's a hell of a lot bigger than this. So, can we move higher? Absolutely. Does that mean that we can't go back down? Obviously not. Right. So this is what being active is all about, folks. We're at an advantage over some of the bigger groups, the bigger hedge funds and investment banks and everything, because we have the ability to say, I can tell you that, hey, I think the market's going to drop under 400 in the next couple of weeks to the next month or so. I can tell you that, but that doesn't mean that I can't get call options on Monday, and ride a move from 417 up to 425, 426. I can do that. That's the whole point. That's the point about being in true trading. That's the point of getting educated to be able to take advantage of that movement in the market, because this movement is nuts. You're in a channel right now in the markets. You've been in a 7-point channel, but that channel is not going to last. And when that channel gets broken, you're going to get directional momentum of at least 2 days.
Once again, Doc has a good point. 2008, we went down 120 points from 300. We are down 60 from 460. Not the bottom yet.
Yeah.
And I think Westerosi Ninja also had a good comment. A lot of talk about layoffs revolve around tech companies that were overhired the last 2 years with free money. We're just reverting back to pre-pandemic headcounts now. It's a very factual statement.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So.
Yeah.
I just think that, and what's crazy here is when this all goes back to normal. Do you believe that this is going to go back to normal at some point?
Of course.
Okay. If and when everything goes back to normal, right? If and when everything goes back to normal, is this the last type of opportunity we're all going to see?
No.
Okay. Is it safe to say that we will continuously see opportunity throughout the years in the stock market?
Every single year of the rest.
Does it make sense to say that this is just one of the times where there is a unique form of opportunity like we are seeing now?
I'm sorry, repeat that last question.
This is just one of the unique periods where there's this kind of opportunity right now, but in a year there'll be some other kind of opportunity.
Yeah. I actually think that you're going to get a double dip in 2023. So what I believe how this is going to play itself out, you see this big sell-off we got so far in 2022, S&P down 20%, NASDAQ down 30%. That's a significant pullback. That doesn't happen all the time, right? I think the markets are going to recover. And I've been pretty vocal that I said the markets are going to bottom in the summer, right? And I still do believe the markets bottom in the summer. I'm not convinced that May's bottom is the bottom. I thought the bottom would come sometime June, July. So I'm still not convinced that we've officially bottomed here yet. But I've been pretty vocal that I think the market's bottom in the summer. and then the markets recover at the end of the year. And then 2023, I think the markets actually pull back again and then start to drop back down towards the bottom half of the initial pullback of 2022 and then bounce from there. And then I believe once you get to 2024, 2025, 2026, I believe it's right back to all-time highs in a bull market where you can revert back to the mean of, a steady, on average, the S&P goes up 9% a year on average historically. Okay, people were very spoiled in 2019, 2020, and 2021. You got double-digit returns 3 years in a row, some of them 19%, some 26%. That's absurd gains on the S&P. And I think that we bounce back the end of this year. I think you have a little bit of a shakeout and kind of scare some people in 2023 in the beginning of the year. And then the markets bounce, recover. And then 2024, it's back to all-time highs.
I just really think that it's kind of crazy because I don't know another industry or another, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like another industry or another field where there's always an opportunity one way or another presenting itself. It's very unique because when you're in a business and you're a retailer, right? Or let's say you're in agriculture, if you don't grow crops and sell them, you do not make money. If you have a bad year with growing your crops and harvesting them and selling them, you're not going to make money that year, right? Mm-hmm. If you're a retailer and the demand isn't there for your product, you're not going to make money. You're not going to do well. But in the stock market, if a stock goes down, you can make a lot of money. If the stock goes up, you can make a lot of money. If the stock is going sideways, you can position yourself and get ready to make a lot of money for when it picks a direction. It's just a very unique place and a very unique spot to be in for people, because there's always some form of opportunity presenting itself, as opposed to every other industry where it's literally based on something else. So, that's I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but
yeah, I mean, the opportunity that the market presents is, you guys, it's like you had said, is this the last time you're going to get opportunity in the market? I mean, every year, every day is a new opportunity in the market. I mean, it's the greatest opportunity that, we've ever seen. It's like, whether you're actively trading, you're long-term investing, we do both at your trading group. We day trade, we swing trade, but we also do long-term investing as well. And, I mean, this is where, real wealth can be generated and can be created. And, you get a fresh new opportunity every day. Literally every day you get to start fresh if you want, from an active trading standpoint. And then every time that you get pullbacks in the market, you take advantage of those pullbacks and you become a buyer. Every time the markets pull back, I don't care. I have a rule. I don't care what is going on in the world. Whenever the markets pull back 20%, the S&P, whenever the S&P pulls back 20%, I don't care what the reason is. I'm buying. That's why we bought on the second week of May. We were down about 18%, I think, on the S&P. So that's it. I'm buying. I've done that every year, every incident that has ever happened. I've done that throughout my entire investing life, and I'll continue to do that. And it has paid me very, very, very well to continue to do that. It's not very often you get a 20% pullback in the S&P. That doesn't happen often. We got one this year. You take advantage of it and you buy it, which is what we did on May 10th.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't just keep buying at all-time highs expecting it to go up forever. That's not realistic.
Right.
So I know that you and I have a lot more to talk about tonight. We're in about 40 minutes. And I'm seeing people on the checkout page. Why don't we do this? If you're, why don't you see who's new on here? Let me confirm if we have laptops and how many tonight. Tell people how they can join your trading group. Guys, just give them 10 minutes. He's going to explain how you can join True Trading Group. We got a good sale right this second. He's going to go ahead and talk to you about it for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back on and we're going to talk about overall markets and what we can expect this week going forward, especially into Friday, when Friday could have a very good chance of dictating, I don't know, every next move the market makes.
Yeah,
so
literally.
I'm gonna sign off. And then I'll be back on as soon as you're done.
Yeah, cool, guys. Yeah, let me see real quick. Out of everyone that's on the live stream, how many of you are not members of True Trading Group? Type the letters TTG. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, again, if you're not a member, type the letters TTG. Okay, don't be shy. Go ahead and type the letters TTG if you are not a member. I want to see who we have in the live stream right now that's not a member of the TTG family. We got Chris, Chris the Greek, Jeffrey Lewis, Charlie Murphy. What's up? Elizabeth. Oh my God, push-ups. Anthony Acevedo. Mad Who Ready. Bruce Leroy, Christopher, Gurvinder, Jay Alvin. Good guys. So we got some new faces here that are joining us tonight.
All right, I'm back real quick. If Mike can tell me without Googling it, if Mike can tell me the name of the movie where Bruce Leroy is the main character, I'll give everyone a free membership and every member of True Trading Group free lifetime.
Couldn't tell you. I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
It's called The Last Dragon, and you would do yourself a favor and watch it.
I'm not going to.
All right, whatever. All right,
if it was that good of a movie, I would have seen it.
It was a little before your time, bud.
Not going to watch it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone on this live stream, I'm sorry I failed you. You did not get a free membership tonight. I am sorry. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. All right, but guys, listen. All of the people that are typing TTG, listen. You bear with me for about 7 minutes. I'll tell you guys about the TTG membership. How you guys can take part in the platform. We do have some incentives and some discounts for you guys here tonight, the people that are joining on the live stream. And then we're going to dive in. We're going to bring Adam back on. We're going to continue that Q&A session. He was on a roll, was asking some really great questions. So we're going to keep that going. And then we're going to talk about CPI data, which is coming up on Friday, what we expect and what this could mean for the direction the markets take for the rest of June. And I really do believe it would be like kind of the rest of June is what this data is going to give us. And then you're going to have, your next CPI number, which would be in July, and then that'll be another Fed meeting. Okay. Okay. So that's where we're at. All right. So bear with me for about 7 minutes, guys. We're going to go through that in just a moment. Okay. All of you that typed TTG, understand that when you join True Trading Group, you're getting access to a platform, not just like a chat. You're getting access to a professional trading educational curriculum that is both in-depth and complex, yet very easy to understand and implement quickly, whether you've never traded a stock a day in your life or you've been doing this for 10 years. Our platform can help you reach your goals. We get asked all the time what makes True Trading Group different from other courses. And the difference is that we're a platform. We're not just courses. Yes, our platform contains courses, but we're so much more than that. Members of True Trading Group get access to premium tools from today's top fintech companies that if you purchase on your own, you're spending about $4 to $5 grand a year. Teaching members get access to Benzinga's real-time newsfeed, TradingView's premium charting software, Quote Media's real-time full book level 2, CBOE's unusual options data, Polygon's dark pool data, Trade Ideas scanner, ETNA simulator. And as if that wasn't enough that you guys are getting access to, you get the entire 17-course curriculum. There's no upsells for courses. You've got about 300 hours of additional educational video content. These are like workshops and webinars that we conduct that we add to, basically daily. Okay, that's a video library for you guys. You also get transparent real-time alerts covering swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, futures, even crypto. You get a trading journal. You get proprietary scanners and screeners, and also analyst ratings, and so much more, folks. That's what makes True Trading Group different. It's all included in your annual membership. No additional cost ever. The price you guys pay tonight that's the price that covers all of this and more for one full year. And the price that you pay tonight is a price that you pay for life. You're locking yourself in. You are grandfathering yourself in at that price point. And True Trading Group's a family. Okay, we're a community of about 9,500 educated, like-minded, and helpful investors that are led by our team of full-time trading mods that have over 100 years of combined experience trading stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, and also, like I said, that long-term investing. We generally give a damn whether you succeed or fail. Results matter. Your results and your P&L actually matter at True Trading Group. Bottom line is that TC members, they're making money and they're becoming better traders. Watch this. Guys, if you're a member of True Trading Group, if you are a member, I need a simple question answered. Are you making money? Are you becoming better traders because of the TC platform? If the answer is yes, I want you to type the $ in chat right now. Type the $ in chat if you guys are making money and becoming better traders because of True Trading Group. Anyone that's not a member, if you type TTG, just pay attention to how many $ come through this side of the screen. These $ are coming from your peers. These are people that had all the same excuses that you had. They have a small account. They had a full-time job. They lost money before. They've got no experience, but yet now they're telling you that they're making money and becoming better traders. They found us the exact same way that you all did, and that is one of these live streams here this evening. If they can do it, so can you. There's no special catch. It's just incredible what the proper education and access to the right tools can do for your chances of success. Now listen up, I got to make myself very crystal clear with this next part. We've been steadily moving the price of our membership up daily, and tonight is the last night that you'll be able to save 48% on the teaching membership before the price increases again at midnight tonight. Adam, would you check in on if we had any laptops? All right, we got 10 of them. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. Here's what we're doing. We've got 10 spots at this 48% discount, okay? Those 10 spots will include, like I said, the 48% off. The normal price is $2,212, okay? Now, that 48% discount drops it down to $1,140. For those that think that's a lot of money, think again. It's like, I don't know, $3.11 a day. Also, think about how much you've lost going about it on your own or being part of the wrong community, having the wrong tools. How much money would you still have if you had all of those things from the start? When you start thinking of it like that, the $1,140 starts to sound like a no-brainer, and that's because it is. And the next 10 people are also going to get themselves a free laptop when you complete the courses and exams that are in the TTG platform. There is nowhere in the world we will not ship to, and we even cover the shipping 100% free. We cover the shipping. The laptop is totally free. Now listen up, guys. On the checkout page, you do not need to enter your address. After you sign up to True Trading Group, you're going to receive a welcome email with instructions on how to claim your free laptop. Okay? You also get 2 free small private study group sessions. That's your chance to get individualized attention from one of the TTG Pro mods so you can ask questions and go over topics you're having a hard time with so we can speed up that learning curve. And then last but certainly not least, I put my money where my mouth is. Everyone that joins True Trading Group will have 1 year to go through our courses, pass the quizzes, and attend 1 private study group session. If you guys do that by the end of your membership, if you've still not made the $1,140 back at least once, I'll double your money. I'll give you $2,280. I'm dead serious. That's how confident I am in our ability to help you become successful. This is how we stay accountable to our members. And with a refund rate of about 2.48% since 2016 and a retention rate of about 78%, I'm happy to offer this to anybody that joins True Trading Group. But you guys only have until midnight tonight until the price goes up again. So this is your last night at a 48% discount. That brings the price to $1,140. And if you guys think the courses and exams are like the catch, you're wrong. You actually get the answer key for the quizzes. Okay? Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself, but you do have the answer key and you can take them as many times as you need to. We know we're giving you a lot to sign up with. No upsells on all current and future courses, tools, plus the 2 study groups, the free laptop, the double your money back guarantee. But that's what makes True Trading Group different from every other company out there. That's what has allowed us to disrupt the industry of financial education and empower people that are looking to better themselves and their lives for their families. All you need to do is be one of the first 10 people to go to ttgoffer.com right now. The price is going to say $22.12. You must enter the coupon code TTG121 and then hit enter. Let me repeat that. Go to ttgoffer.com. You must enter the coupon code TTG121 and then press enter or click apply code. That'll bring the price down to the $11.40. You enter your info, you check out, you're good to go. You'll see for yourself on ttgoffer.com. Everything that you get as an annual teaching member is there. No fine print. Everything we said you get is there and more. All right. You'll know you're one of the 10 people as long as you see a laptop inside your checkout cart. As long as you see it, you're good to go. And remember, you do not need to enter your address for the free laptop. These laptops are not going to last. After you sign up to TTG, you'll receive a welcome email with instructions on how to claim that free laptop. So take advantage of this, guys. Take advantage of this price and this offer, the 48% off, the free laptop, 2 study groups, and the double your money back guarantee. All right. That 48% discount ends at midnight tonight. If you have questions, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. All right. Don't call that number. It's a text only phone number. But if you have questions, you can send a text to that number now. All right. So there we have it, folks. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring Adam back on, and we're going to dive right back into this Q&A.
You did great.
Thanks. What are you eating there?
Chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about it. All right. I got a question. Does anyone trade this market? And I don't know how many of you guys can feel that frustration, but how do you trade this market? It has not been easy. But when you're training for something that could make you tons of money, I guess it shouldn't be easy, right? Because then everyone would do it. Mm-hmm. So I know that you gave out some really good trade ideas today in chat that people were able to take advantage of.
Yeah, some people made some money on
VLO. Maybe start there.
Well, listen, let me start by saying this market in 2022 is, as a whole, 2022. This is the greatest trading market environment that I've seen in a long time. Okay. Best trading market that I've seen in a long time. The last 7 days or 6 days, really, the markets have been in a channel, right? We've been in a 10-point channel. And over the last 6 days, it looked like the market was going to either break down or rally. And every time it looked like the market was going to break down or rally, it completely reversed. That's what happens inside of a channel. The thing about channels is that they are annoying as all hell when they are consolidating, but they don't last forever. They don't last very long. This channel has run its course. We're going to break out of this channel here very, very soon. And when you get a channel that consolidates like this in the overall market for a week and a half, which is where we are right now, usually when that channel breaks, you get continuation direction in that moment, in that movement. So, looking for the big breakout moves, which is what we've seen for the last, it was tough because you got spoiled. In May and April, all we got was just huge directional moves, right? Breakouts and massive follow through. That's all you got for 2 months in a row. Now to start June, the market's just kind of like this. And everyone's like, what the hell? You got to realize the markets are not just going to move 2 to 3% every single day, right? So you got to just kind of put that in perspective. This entire year has been a phenomenal trading environment. It's been a huge year for us inside of True Trading Group. But there's always opportunities out there, even if you have a choppy session in the overall markets. Like, you've got to be able to look for where is their direction, like VLO today, right? VLO was an idea that I kind of was discussing early in the morning today with members in chat, and a lot of members took this trade. And this is an oil refiner. Okay, this is an oil refiner. Oil refiners are red hot right now. And I said very early today that I think this VLO could get parabolic. And it did. This is a huge move for VLO, right? And this, you can see the stock starting to get parabolic up at all-time highs. So there's always going to be stocks that are making moves and are giving you direction or giving you momentum. That's why it pays to not be a one-trick pony. Another one was like VERU. VERU, one of our mods, JD, made some money on VERU today. This is another one that we were discussing earlier this morning. We saw VERU with a huge volume push right off the open, and you got a beautiful pullback, okay, right into a trade line VWAP cross, and then that took you right up to new highs. And JD caught that move, and that's another trade idea that we were going through and we're going to people. So you can see there still is really good movement and really good opportunities. I mean, you even take a look at a stock like GameStop today. You look at GameStop, right? Look at this. Let me refresh my screen. Look at GameStop, right? GameStop just was on fire today. GameStop up 12.5%, a $16 move on GameStop, right? There's always going to be opportunities out there. And I think that right now, what you see in oil, I expect oil to stay strong for a little bit longer. I think you can always revert back to looking for direction in oil companies, specifically oil refiners like ExxonMobil and Valero, VLO are stocks that are red hot right now. And I think that there's more room there. Even HUSA, I see some people in chat talking about HUSA is a small cap, oil company. This stock was up 37% today. This stock has a wild and crazy chart with huge resistance over $7. But if HUSA gets over like 750, this thing could fly. This thing could fly if it gets over 750. So there's opportunities out there, folks. No question about it. But also don't forget this consolidation, the SPY. It's been 6 days. I know 6 days can seem like an eternity, but it's been 6 days.
It is an eternity.
It's June.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
We've had such crazy action for 5 months. It's like you're going to get a period where the market just takes a breather. It's normal.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. What else can you kind of, I don't know. What are some things that you guys want to know about tomorrow and the rest of the week? In general, not about specific stocks.
Any thoughts on the NVAX? I see some people are asking about NVAX.
Or we can go on specific stocks. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'll skip it.
No. Go. Here's what I don't want. I want people that are members of True Trading Group to get the benefit to ask you about specific stocks. If you want to come on here and you want to share your trade idea with somebody that is not a member, that is your decision.
Here, let me say this, actually. This is something that we can talk about that's more general, because this is something I started thinking about today. as the overall market has quieted down for the last couple of days, I'm beginning to notice today you got some decent movement in small caps today. Now, small caps have traded very, very, very poorly for months, which is normal. When the overall market is going crazy, small caps will tend to suck because everyone's attention is on the overall markets. Like, just take me, for example. I'm one person, right? But if you take my buying power and instead of me trading a $5 small cap, I'm trading SPY options or AMD or Chevron or Occidental, right? I'm trading all these other things because everything is moving around like crazy. That's one less, 6 figures of buying power when you look at in and out of a trade that's not in that small cap, right? So that's why small caps will tend to trade much lower volume. They don't have a lot of follow through when the overall market's going crazy. What I saw today was a handful of small caps actually start to trade pretty decently. You had AERC, right? AERC out of nowhere. Jason Simmons, though, on this one, the 385 level that he talked about pre-market. For all of you that joined Jason Simmons for the Miami Morning Colada Club, you know he talked about and went over 385 support for AERC. 385 is the exact low of the day on AERC. It's the exact low. Like literally the low is $3.85 today. The stock ended up going to $15. I'll say that again. $3.85 was the low of the day today. It ended up going to $15. Okay. You had another stock, RDBX, which is in the mix of another short squeeze that's actually moving here after hours. That's actually making highs. Okay, after the close, the stock is starting to run after the close. That's a pretty good sign. You have this JAN, which gave you some action, but then ran out of steam. This is what small caps have typically been doing. They give you like this one big move and they completely get crushed. Okay.
I got a question here from Chris the Greek. What are your thoughts on the level of volume in the market? Should we be trading with different size compared to during higher volume periods? Seems like things are very, very light right now. I've heard a couple people mention that, actually, that the trade volume has been very, very light.
Yeah, the last couple of days, the last like 4 days in the market, the volume has been very light. But it depends what you're trading. Like just because the volume's light in the overall market, it's still huge volume in comparison to your position size. You only really need to adjust your position size when you're dealing with larger position size in a small cap that really doesn't have a lot of volume. Like you guys will hear me a lot sometimes, like someone will ask me in chat about a stock and I'm like, yeah, the chart looks nice, but the volume is just too low for me to trade it. Like, I'm not going to trade something that trades, 1,000 shares in a 3-minute candle. Like that's just not something that I can trade. So like a situation like that is when you'd want to adjust your position size and be conscious of that. But if you're trading something like the SPY or you're trading AMD or Apple, even though volume is light or lighter than it normally is or lighter than its average, there's still plenty of volume for you, to trade your position size in it.
All right, let's end it with this one. You ready? We've been going for an hour. I got one last question.
Okay.
Tell me what happens tomorrow in the overall markets.
Man, tomorrow.
Tell me about it. Inquiring minds want to know.
I think we push. I don't know, man. We're still inside the channel. It's tough for me to give a prediction when you're still inside the channel. And I'm just going to draw this channel for you so everyone can see it. And I'll even just refresh my screen.
Will you ever do a SPY call trade?
What?
Just kidding.
Yeah, man. We literally made money on SPY calls 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago.
I know, dude.
When you forget when we called the bear market rally to a T, came on a live stream and did a bunch of booms
You trade stocks?
because we were in call options. We did a whole live and a YouTube short calling the bear market rally.
Or YouTube shorts. I don't know. This is our first time doing this tonight.
Yeah. So here's the channel that we're still inside. It's very, very hard to try to make a prediction on the day as long as you are inside of this range. Okay. I think that if you break up and out of this range, I think that you're going to be looking at resistance here around this 50-day moving average. I don't know how high this is going to take you. Like, there's a lot of overhang resistance up here. So like, even if you get out of this channel and you get something like this, I think that's kind of as far as that will take you. You know, I think that's as far as it's going to take you. There's a lot of resistance up there. So, you know, I'm looking for, you know, to see when we break out of this channel and then look for the retest. And I think that's the best trade for you to have in your arsenal. I do. I think it's the best trade to have in your arsenal. You know, when this channel breaks, you look for the pullback and the retest of the level. If you break out to the upside of this channel, look for the pullback and retest to 417. Once that retest happens, like if you push up to 419, then you pull back to 417. Watch for 417 to hold. Then that's going to be an indication to get call options and ride this into the 420s. But then you've got CPI data coming out on Friday that will change everything. So understand that if you hold a position going into Friday's CPI data, you're just literally flipping a coin. So if you're holding calls or you're holding puts into Friday, you're flipping a coin. Nobody knows what that inflation data is going to be. So it's a total coin flip if you're holding onto a position into that. I would rather see what that data is, determine if it's good or bad, and then look for a break out of the channel, whether to the downside or the upside, and then wait for that retest of the channel, and then get your position there. That's the higher probability play. So I'm not going to come on and pretend like, you know, I know what the market's going to do tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we push up to like 417, 418, and then pull back to 414, and we just go and we're still inside the channel.
What are the chances that this stupid channel breaks this week?
Very, very high when you get your CPI number on Friday.
Okay. And you think it's going to be right on target. So what do you think happens then?
I think that you're going to get a year-over-year number that's going to be in line. The core number, I think, might be a little high. I mean, the year-over-year number, I think, comes in line. The month-over-month, I think, is a little high. And I think certain areas of inflation will show that prices are sticky, like energy, like food prices.
Isn't that what happened last time?
No, not necessarily. Last time was the first one that it looked like, oh, we peaked. Right? Now, when you get this CPI number, you may get confirmation that, okay, we have peaked as far as the rate of increase. But remember, inflation is not a price, it's a rate of increase. So if inflation is 8.5%, and then all of a sudden inflation is 6.5%, that does not mean prices went down by 2%. It means that prices went up by 8.5% last month, and then this month now they went up 6.5% year over year. Okay, it's not a price, it's a rate of increase. That's why the Fed wants to get inflation back down to 2 to 2.5. You know, I don't think you're going to see inflation come down significantly. So you may get like a knee-jerk reaction to the upside if it looks like inflation has in fact peaked. But then people may realize, but if it's not enough for inflation to just peak. You need inflation to come down. And that's what the markets are really going to need to see. they're going to need to see that inflation is coming down. And I don't think that happens until you get into the end, go further deeper into the end of the year, because energy prices are going to stay extremely high over the summer. And as long as energy prices, oil's at 119, as long as oil's at 119, 120, inflation's not coming. It might stop going up at the same rate, but it's not coming down.
All right. Very good.
All right.
Let's see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to see what happens tomorrow. Still inside of this channel. We're still inside of this channel,
which translates to nothing. So we shall see.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it just seems like we're in this channel. Nobody can predict anything. Like, everyone's stuck waiting till Friday. That's what I'm taking away from this.
Dude, it's been 6 days.
I don't care. I'm just saying, if you want to trade tomorrow, just wait till Friday, right? Or am I missing something?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, literally, I'm talking about the SPY is sitting inside this channel, but I just went over with you VERU, RDBX, VLO. There's other stuff moving. Like I don't know why like the big puss on our face, because the market's gone sideways for 6 days. The market's not going to go up and down 2 to 3% every single day. You literally got a situation where you went from 460 on the SPY to 380 in a month and a half. Then you got to bounce off of the low, and the market is taking a breather. Okay? The market is taking a breather. It is normal. You're not going to get every single day. The stock market's going to either rip faces higher, or we're going to just completely crash and the world's going to end and we're going to go down to zero. Okay? There are normal days when the markets just consolidate. It's normal price action. It's normal activity in a stock market. But there's still opportunities all over the place. I just showed you AERC that Jason Simmons called that 385 support level today, pre-market. The stock went to $15. VLO, I told you guys, this thing's going to get parabolic. It goes up probably to the mid to high 140s. It's at 145, new all-time highs today. VERU, we talked about VERU pushing up to 16. VERU off the open. Where'd it go? 1630. There's opportunities all over the place. Just because the SPY has gone sideways for 6 days doesn't mean there's nothing to do. There's always something to do. That is the beauty of the stock market. That's the beauty of being a trader. There's always opportunity no matter what is going on. You just have to be educated to understand what it looks like. That's what you guys are going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. You're going to be able to identify VERU. You're going to be able to identify VLO. You're going to be able to identify AERC. But you're also going to be able to identify a channel in the SPY. And you're also going to be able to understand what is this CPI number mean for the rest of the market. You're going to be able to understand all of those things. That's what an education does. Instead of you just being blind and flipping a coin and closing your eyes and hoping you pin the tail on the donkey. Because everyone that opened up a Robinhood account with $1,000 and a Reddit platform last year, that's what you're doing. You're playing pin the tail on the donkey. Stop. There's opportunity in this market everywhere. And just because the market went sideways for 6 days, trust me, ain't going to stay that way. You're going to get a rip roar move when this channel gets broken. I assure you that. And in the meantime, who cares? Find something else. Find VERU, AERC, VLO, ExxonMobil, GameStop, Shopify, Amazon with the stock split. Find that. You can't? No problem. You've got myself and 8 other professional moderators to help you do it. We'll find the stuff for you. We'll bring it to your attention, just like we did today, just like we did yesterday, just like we've done every day in the past, and we'll continue to do day in and day out. That's a stock market, folks. That's it. All right. Here we have it.
All right. Well, I'm going to take off. If you guys liked what Mike and I did tonight, a little bit different, go ahead and smash that like button. Let us know that you like it. And yeah, that is what it is. All right.
All right.
So there you go. See you tomorrow, buddy.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, that kind of wraps up the educational part of the live stream here. What I'm going to do now, for those that are still interested, I'll show you the entire TeachD platform. I'll show you guys the TeachD platform so you guys can see everything you get access to when you become a member. Remember, the next 10 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121, you'll be able to get the 48% discount, which brings the price all the way down to just $11.40 from the $22.12 price point. You also get the free laptop and the W money back guarantee. You're going to get access to our trading chat room, where the mods and I share our screen with you every day. We're live on the mic, calling out our trades in real time. And we're there with you from pre-market till after hours, not just gone after the first hour or two, and you'll have to fend for yourself. You also get a mobile app that lets you be connected to chat, even if you are not in front of your computer screen. As long as you can listen to music at work, you can follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat, see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis, and get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. You also get 2 private study groups with a TeachD Pro Trader to ask questions to speed up your learning curve and go over things that you are unsure about. You also get Benzinga Pro's live newsfeed. All right, Benzinga Pro's live newsfeed, which will give you real-time breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of chat. There, if you went to Benzinga on your own, they're going to charge you $1,400 to have access to this. Don't do that, folks. It's included free with your membership to True Trading Group. You also get the TradingViews premium charting software. That's going to cost you a few $100. Don't do that. It's free with your membership to True Trading Group. You also get the Trade Ideas scanner. That'll cost you a few $100. Don't do that. It's free with your membership to True Trading Group. Make sure you're always focused on the best stocks during the day. You also get a simulator that will let you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. You also get our own proprietary scanner that lets you scan for crypto. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, a full performance trading journal that will track all of your trading and tell you what you're doing wrong, a social sentiment scanner that will go through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you what stocks are being mentioned most so you can stay ahead of the crowd, analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in. All right, analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in. You will be able to see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on any particular stock. Then you also have a watch list that the mods publish every single day, with also the game plan on how we plan on trading those stocks. Then you have the courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses. There's advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. We've got it all in video and text, whatever's easier for you guys to learn. There are no VIP courses that cost more money after you join. You get access to every single thing we have as a member of True Trading Group. You also get a video library that's got over 200 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, just to name a few. And then you can attend all these as a full-time, attend all these live once you become a member of True Trading Group. It's time you invested in something real, folks, something that really has a chance to help you guys reach your goals. You know, I can't promise you success. I can't guarantee you're going to be successful, but I can promise you a real chance of developing the skills to become consistent profitable as long as you want to put in a little bit of effort. And I can guarantee you that if you do not make the 1140 back at least once after going through our courses and quizzes and attending one study group, I'll give you double your money back. That's $2,280 I'm willing to give you back if you do not make the 1140. That's how confident we are in our ability to help you guys become successful. It's there to hold us accountable, but to also protect you. Chances are you're not going to need it since we've only had to refund 2.48% of our members since 2016. All right, folks. So go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121 to get that 48% discount before the price goes up again at midnight. All right. And then you guys got that free laptop as well. You'll know you're getting one of the free laptops as long as you see it in your checkout cart. If you have questions, send a text message to 201-775-9702. And if you're still unsure, we do have a 7-day trial. It's totally free. No credit card required. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's ttgthree.com. If you guys want to join us for a free 7 days. Weekends do not count. It's a free 7 trading days with the TTG fam. You guys go to ttgthree.com. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. You're the best. Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on notifications.